It's playoff time in the SFL, and tonight you are looking live at the Delta Dome as two very evenly matched opponents get set to square off in the opening round of SFL playoff action. Tonight it's win or go home as the Tulsa Desperados come into town to face the Vancouver Legion. Good evening, everyone. I'm Cameron Duty, and I'm joined by my good friend Rochelle Colston. Rochelle, the atmosphere inside the Delta Dome is rocking. The excitement is at a fever pitch, and the tension at an all-time high. For one of these teams, their championship dreams will continue, and for the others, they'll have to wait until next season for another shot. What are your thoughts on tonight's big game?
The 7-5 Vancouver Legion will host the 6-6 Tulsa Desperados for the second game of the wildcard weekend. These teams have met a total of 4 times, and the Desperados have never beaten the Legion. Vancouver won the Pacific Division, and Tulsa was second in the Central Division. I think the teams will play evenly matched, we should have a great game.
Thank you, Rochelle. I think you're right. I think we're going to see a lot of great football action. I think defense is going to be a priority tonight. We will talk about all of those things as they unfold right in front of our eyes. Folks, as I like to say it, get ready, grab a snack, get comfortable. You're not going anywhere for the next hour and a half or so. Kickoff is on the way next. Here we go. A touchback. And we will say hello to the Tulsa offense. Quickly, we will say hello to quarterback Michael Brown, the halfbacks Phoenix Jones and Dion James, and the fullback Lars Bizarre, the wide receivers Sonzo Robinson, Alexander West, and Jay Viper, and Hall of Famer Gabriel Manning, the tight ends DJ Bandit and Marquise Sango, and at guard Phoebe Collins. 1st and 10 for the Desperados, and a great run right off the bat by Phoenix Jones, Rochelle.
Yeah, it's very important for Tulsa to establish a run game tonight because they want to open up the passing game for Manning.
We'll talk about this Tulsa offense, of course, and just the numbers that have been put up by Michael Brown this season. The first in yards and touchdowns. Now, a pitch right side to the halfback Dion James, stopped. And we will go over this Vancouver defense. Lindsey Timpson, Bobo Caudill, Achilles Papatonis, those are your defensive ends. Defensive tackles, Gerald Giudicessi, Michael Rory, and the linebackers, Josh Farnsey, DJ Woods, Marquise Reed, Emmanuel Blackman, Michael Lister at cornerback, Zach Lee at cornerback, and Will Stern. And the free safeties, Mark Lopez, Drew Hamilton, and J.J. Winfield. And a nice offensive productive play right there again by Tulsa, converting on 3rd down. That's Jay Viper.
See that Tulsa's actually using other receivers besides Manning. Great little route, great pass by Michael Brown.
While Gabriel Manning comes into the game having 93 receptions, the most in the SFL this year, Viper has 25, now add 26. And counting. 1st and 10, Tulsa with a nice up-tempo pace to start this game. 2nd and 11, a nice defensive effort there, and the tackle by Will Stern.
Yeah, Will Stern came in from his cornerback position, made a great play, and to get a tackle for a loss there.
2nd and 11 now for Tulsa. Brown to throw, pressure coming around the edges, but again, working that middle of the field, and as you mentioned, Rochelle, there is Gabriel Manning.
Yeah, I mean, you meant to put 3 people on Manning. He's a dangerous receiver, dangerous runner. I mean, there's nothing he really can't do in the field. He ran a route where he got himself pretty much open.
And a 1st down again as Tulsa continues to move the football. You'll also notice visually the little patches there on the tops of the jersey around the shoulder pad area there, signaling that these teams are part of the SFL wildcard playoffs. And what an honor it is. Both these teams evenly matched. Tulsa comes in 6-6 with a high-flying offense, though, and a very stern defense, capable of doing anything. A handoff. This time it's left side. That is once again Dion James, and he gets close to a 1st down before being pushed out of bounds.
Sure why the linebackers didn't converge. I mean, Caudill chased him all the way down the sideline. Great block by number 11 there to set him loose. That was wide receiver Sonzo Robinson.
Sonzo Robinson, as you said, big on the block there. We've seen that a lot out of him this season in one of those formations, just as was displayed for us. 2nd and 1 now coming up. This Vancouver defense looking to try to get a foothold here. Toss right side, another first down, and just continuing to methodically work down the field here. That time they give it to Deion James once more, and it works to perfection.
Tulsa's doing a good job of moving the ball down the field. They're mixing it up. Couple of pass plays, mixed in with some runs.
So a great job by both Phoenix Jones and Deion James on the couple of rushing plays that we have seen there. Now it's Michael Brown to throw again, and a one-handed reception by Manning, who gets 7. A lot of effort there, Rochelle, to get the 7 yards that he did.
Yeah, I think Michael Brown felt the pressure coming. He got rid of the ball quickly, got it to his favorite receiver.
Clock moving quickly in this game as well, as we are already down to 6 minutes and 39 seconds left in this first quarter and counting. A very methodical drive. First drive of the game, and the handoff to Phoenix Jones. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage right at the line of scrimmage, I guess I should say, by Emmanuel Blackman.
Another cornerback coming up and making a great stop on the open field. Nice tackle.
Now Blackman comes into this season 36, or this game, rather this postseason, 36 tackles, make that now 37, and he has 4 interceptions on the season, so keep an eye on this guy. The handoff, again, another first down, continuing to just weave his way through defenders. Number 22, Phoenix Jones, and they have been doing a really good job of mixing things up and interchanging both of these halfbacks.
I think Phoenix Jones has been having a lot better season in the second half. Starting to show himself as a great running back towards the end of the season.
Tulsa doing a very good job of maintaining time of possession thus far. Pressure is coming, and the pump fake is going to absolutely be costly. That is the first negative that we have seen thus far, and I believe that was Marquise Reed in for the sack.
It definitely was Marquise Reed on the sack.
Yeah,
he just broke through.
Yeah, indeed he did. Absolutely annihilating the coverage there, and that is his 2nd sack of the season. So now, Rochelle, 2nd and 15. They are, for the first time today, with their back against the wall. You see, they send them all out to the air. The pass, it's completed. Now we'll have to see what the penalty is, but for the moment, the catch it stands. And how about that? Yeah, pass interference on the defense on number 27, Mark Lopez, and that's going to hurt because they had him pushed back a little bit. Somehow, even through the interference, Rochelle, Manning was able to hold on to that.
It's amazing. I mean, you have a corner, safety all over you, and you still come down with the ball.
So far, everything going Tulsa's way on this opening drive. 5 yards away from the promised land. And the pass, it's intercepted. We've also got a flag on the field. Let's take a look at this and try to just sort all this out. And it's going to be on the return. So after the interception, they're going to get clipping on Vancouver. But let's take a look. I believe that was Drew Hamilton. Drew Hamilton comes away with the interception, Rochelle.
Yep, and
that's DJ Bandit who was the intended target there.
And Vancouver now has a ball, but they're on their own 3-yard line.
So then we had the clipping penalty tacked on after the interception. So Vancouver's defense, they hold, they get the interception, and now we say hello to Vancouver's offense. But they don't have a lot of room to work with here, folks, as we start from the 3. And we'll keep it on the ground. Probably a wise play right there. Just give it to the big man, Mateo Privado, and get some positive yards.
And Vancouver's got that 3-headed monster in the backfield. They got Redford, they got Nakai, and they have Privado, and they also have Sawyer Stern. So they had a really good run game going.
Christian Brown, the quarterback, under center. And oh my goodness, and take a look at that. An absolutely busted play. Redford going backwards. Great defensive football that time by David Ware. Let's say hello to this Vancouver offense. As a matter of fact, I think we will just wait till the end of this play. 3rd and 7. We'll see what they can do as they hurry quickly to the line here. Just outside of the 5-yard line, closer to the 6. Still not much room to breathe. And they send a man in motion. That's Zorro Lunar from top to bottom. And they keep it on the ground. That's Redford. And Robert Redford is going to get just enough, Rochelle, for the first.
And I'm surprised they were running the ball, but you have that far back in your end zone. I just don't make any chances. But what a great run by Redford.
You see the coverage as well, the defense. They're thinking that they were going to go pass for sure. Let's say hello to this Vancouver offense. Christian Brown, quarterback. You just seen Robert Redford and Pseudo Nakai. Sawyer Stern at fullback and Mateo Privado as well. The wide receivers, Nick Lockett, Chris Sinceri, Brett Killian, Kendra Wells, and Zorro Lunar. Will pause there for this play. It's Brown to throw. It is complete. And we just mentioned Kendra Wells and a big play.
If you're looking for a big playmaker on the Vancouver wide receiver core, it's going to be Wells or it's going to be Killian. Yeah, you got to make sure they're well covered.
We'll take a look at the rest of the starting lineup here for the offensive squad for Vancouver. Cables McGill and Stephen McMichaels at tight end. The tackles, Mike Coverson and Ryan Caudill. And the guard, Gregory Wynell, and center, Hunter Graham. And this offense getting to work now after being pinned deep very early. They now moving the football past the 35 down to about the 38-yard line where they'll get a brand new set of downs. The throw, it is complete. Stepping out of bounds is Brett Killian after 7.
O-line for Vancouver is doing a great job, giving him plenty of time to the quarterback. He's only been sacked 11 times this season.
Going to be one of the things that you contribute to Christian Brown's success, the fact that he has been only sacked 11 times. He has 16 touchdowns. That is 9th in the SFL this season. So 2nd and 3. Lined up in the eye, and they hand it off. That is Privado once more. Mateo Privado, so getting some touches early in this game.
Yeah, they use Privado a lot. They use Robert Redford more, so you'll see all three of them interchange in the backfield. Never know what you're going to get back there.
Privado is actually Vancouver's leading back as far as touchdowns are concerned. He has 4 coming into today's game, and believe it or not, Robert Redford doesn't have a touchdown yet this season. Will that change today? Well, we'll find out. The give again to Redford, who continues to be the leading rusher for the team. An 8-yard gain. Let's say hello to the Tulsa defense here. Defensive ends Chris Andrew and Berto Demora. Defensive tackles Mike Mello and Jaden Swift. The linebacker core, David Ware, Philadelphia Collins, and Tony Roberto. The cornerbacks Nate Heslip, Jay Rock, and Cameron Shaw. And the safeties Todd Rigsby, Travis Arthur, and Marco Swift. 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time that we've had a chance to see Sawyer Stern. And talk about being stern, Rochelle. You know I love a good pun, and that was a stern run right there. He did not want to go down.
No, he did not. I guess he figures he doesn't get the ball very much. I will make a really good play when I do get the ball.
Make the best of every chance you get at that football. So 1st and 10. Again, folks, this fast-moving first quarter, it feels like we just had kickoff, and here we are literally approaching a minute and some change remaining. To the air goes Brown. Middle of the field, wide open, and you said it. Keep an eye on these wide receivers. They got some big-time talent, and this time it's Nick Lockett.
Yeah, Vancouver receivers are dangerous. If they get behind you, you're in big trouble.
And take a look at this replay. We'll get a chance to see it again. Christian Brown here with a beautiful throw. And take a look at that. Just totally, defeating his, man there on the route. Nick Lockett just running right by him. And 1st and goal for Vancouver. So taking advantage of the interception. It looked like Tulsa was destined to get some points on the board before the Vancouver defense stood up. And now Vancouver pushing and driving their way close to the goal line again is Privado.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see Vancouver probably use their fullbacks here when they get, like, to the goal line. That's why Robert Redford doesn't have that many touchdowns.
Yeah, they love to go in that fullback set, just as you mentioned. So while he does lead in yards and carries, it comes down to these big fullbacks around this side of the goal line. 2nd and goal, 20 seconds and counting remaining in this first quarter. The handoff. Bravado is stopped. 3rd and goal. We'll see if we get one more playoff here, Rochelle. What do you do? What kind of play design do you think would work here?
I don't see Vancouver, switching it here. I think you're going to see another run up the middle.
Ground and pound. And we'll find out in the second quarter. Folks, that was a fast-moving first quarter SFL Wild Card playoffs. It's everything you hoped for and more. Tulsa and Vancouver all knotted up at 0. We'll be right back. Cameron Duty here with Rochelle Colston, Ron Haynes, and Zach Holdorf on the stats truck. And at SFL headquarters, of course, is Cameron Irvine. If you're just joining us, welcome. Vancouver knocking on the door for the very first time today. On a big 3rd down here. Toss play left side, just what the doctor ordered. Touchdown, Mateo Bravado.
I didn't see Vancouver changing their thing. That's what they like to do with their fullbacks, and they did it once again.
We'll get another look at the replay here. Take a look at the great blocking up front. And again, what a great play design that was, Rochelle. Shifting everybody to the left side with plenty of blocking in front.
You have one fullback blocking for the other fullback.
And that, as you said, is one of the reasons why we see those guys so effective down here around the goal line instead of Robert Redford, who really likes to control the, between the hash marks there, between the 10-yard lines, I guess you would say. The extra point by chance to win is good, and Vancouver has a chance to win this game up by 7 as we are fresh into this second quarter.
I've never seen a first quarter go by so fast. I guess when your first opening drive's 5 minutes, the second drive's 4. Almost 5 minutes. That's the whole first quarter.
You blink and it's gone, right?
Exactly.
So here we go. Start of the second quarter, and Tulsa now will have a chance to get the football, and it's unbelievable to really think that they were not able to put any points on the board. That late drive interception that happened right around the goal line just changed things completely. So if you are Tulsa here, Rochelle, what do you tell your quarterback, Michael Brown?
So settle down, forget about the interception. You're a veteran, you know what you have to do out here.
Michael Brown, actually, that was his 24th interception on the season. He's got 23 touchdowns to now 24 interceptions. Toss play left side, and that is 4 for Phoenix Jones.
And Tulsa came out in the ball on first down again. They're trying to establish that run game quickly.
You can tell the ground game going to be a big factor, or they want it to be a big factor today. Phoenix Jones now over 700 yards this season. They give it to Deion James this time, and again, really good running lanes, and this is going to pay big dividends for them because, as we see right here, Rochelle, 3rd and short, much more manageable.
Oh, definitely for a running back, especially if you put Jones back in the game. That's what they pay him for.
And folks, you can see the football right there. It is literally laying up against that yellow line that it's, obviously for reference, but it's so close to that gives you an idea of just how close this 3rd in inches really is. It's more like 3rd in centimeters. Handoff. Oh, a stiff arm. Big stiff arm by Phoenix Jones, and the drive continues.
Wow, and I thought that for sure they would run up the gut, but they went to the outside, and Jones just did that all by himself.
Well, you talk about somebody physically showing just how important that drive was to be able to continue that drive, that stiff arm and fighting for that first down. That says it all. 1st and 10 now for Tulsa. The handoff. Again, Deion James. Right now, they're running like a well-oiled machine.
The run game is definitely going Tulsa's way right now. Vancouver's got to find a way to shut it down. It makes Tulsa more one-dimensional.
You start to have chunk plays of 4, 5, 6 yards a carry, and it begins to wear down a defensive unit. We'll talk about that Vancouver defensive unit in just a moment. And the handoff, though, again, still just churning, keeping the legs, moving forward, and another big gain. Again, another 3rd and short, and that's going to be key here.
It's like rinse and repeat. 3rd and inches, 3rd and inches.
A little bit of deja vu all over again. And about the same distance, 3rd and inches,
Oh,
and again, the same result. But this time, Deion James not only gets the first down.
Oh, no.
He's hurt. My goodness. Yeah, he's hurt. You're right. You spotted it first, Rochelle. Not able to get off the turf, and Deion James, who was really beginning to get comfortable in this game, is down.
That was the best run of the night so far. He picked up 12 yards on that play.
Oh, you hate to see that, especially playoff football. You can only hope that Deion James will have an opportunity to get back in this game and make an impact for his team. We'll keep you updated on anything that we find out. So 1st and 10 again for Tulsa here. They send a man in motion. That is Jay Viper. The throw looking Viper's way. Is that right? Is that Viper? No, that's Manning. How about that? Yeah, Viper and Manning lined up side by side. So Michael Brown really had his pick there, didn't he?
He sure did. You cannot leave Gabriel Manning that open in the open field. Wow.
Yeah. And oh, look at that little shimmy move he does, Rochelle, right there. Just cutting off of his route and cutting inside early made all the difference.
I mean, they ran the ball, and then he finds himself open. And Brown done a good job of finding him out there in the middle of the field.
And again, Tulsa with a great drive here. Now, can they put some points on the board? They go deep, and it's almost intercepted again. Everybody holding with bated breath right here as it looked as if another turnover was about to take place. Emmanuel Blackman again was in the area.
And Drew Hamilton also touched it that time. He had two corner. I mean, his safety hit it. You had a cornerback tip it. That was wild.
So Tulsa lives to play another down. Let's all catch our breath here for a moment. Let our heart rate get back to normal. And 2nd and 10 now for these Desperados. Pressure coming. He gets rid of it in time. And what they did right there was simply force him to get rid of it a little bit earlier than what he wanted. Josh Farnsey with the incompletion. They're able to knock it loose.
I don't think the tight end DJ Bennett was actually looking for the ball. He caught him by surprise, and like you say, he threw the ball way too soon.
If you can't knock the quarterback down, just keep the heat on him. We actually seen them do that earlier in the game. If you remember, they got him for a sack after a pump fake that just did not work. The throw again. This time, though, when all else fails, turn to your Hall of Famer. 1st down, Manning.
I think Michael Brown just says, I'm going to throw it out there. Manning's out there somewhere.
Oh, we've heard that before, haven't we? and that's exactly right. And why not? Obviously, he's got that. He's got those accolades for a reason. 1st and goal. Again, fast moving here. 6:46 and counting in this first half. Pressure coming. Somehow he stands in there, and it's intercepted. Oh, my goodness. We'll have to take a look at that again. That's Zach Lee with the INT, and I think the pressure, they were swarming Michael Brown, and it paid off for Vancouver.
They were also swarming Manning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're exactly right. They really were. And interesting that Brown looked that way, of course, looking for his all-star receiver, but Vancouver secured the perimeter, and can you believe it? For the 2nd time in this game, Vancouver, from their goal line, takes over after a turnover.
This is a dangerous situation here for Vancouver.
They keep it on the ground, rightfully so, and that was close. You know, you don't want to do much here. You want to try to keep it on the ground, but the big man, Roberto, just about caused a sack on a safety rather, on Redford.
Definitely. Whenever you're like on the 1 yard line or 2 yard line at that, it's always a possibility for a safety to happen.
2nd and 10 now, and take a look at this formation, Rochelle. No halfbacks.
Oh no, this is scary.
Brown unloads and throws and incomplete. That was almost intercepted. Good coverage that time downfield. We can thank number 49, Travis Arthur, for that.
Yep, that was almost a very dangerous pass that went the other way and just avoided that.
Well, we said it at the top of the game, at the top of the broadcast. We said tension was at an all-time high. It was at a fever pitch. We talked about it. We said we could feel it going into this game. I don't think we expected to have these 2 turnovers right down here on the goal line for Tulsa that we have had, and then Vancouver having to start from their 1 and the 3. Talk about small margin of error. And Redford there, that was huge just because it gives their punter enough room finally to kick without, hopefully, for their sake, being pressured.
Good job by Robert Redford breaking a couple of tackles to get pick up those 8 yards and give Vancouver a little bit of breathing room to punt this ball.
Just enough, and it will see chance to win again in working in that punt position.
Well, he's the kicker and the punter for this game.
Yeah.
The busy
Fair
man.
catch. Fair catch called. A very busy man indeed. And with everything considered, from the back of his own goal line, getting it out to the 47, what more can you say? Good effort right there.
Now, great field position for Tulsa here. Hopefully they can get to the red zone without throwing an interception.
We'll hope. One can only hope. For you Tulsa fans out there, take a look at this. 2 interceptions on the day, but Michael Brown says, you know what? Let's go to the air again. We're going to get this thing right. 3 receivers to the top. 3 receivers to the top of the screen now. And the pressure comes, and it gets home. That pump fake again, and it has not worked well at all. And number 68, the big man, Gerald Giudice, gets in with the sack.
Like I said, Michael Brown has been sacked a lot of times this season. The O-line's got to hold up better.
Yeah, and again, just that little bit of delay there, that caused enough time for Vancouver's defense to close in. That is the 3rd sack of the season for Giudice. Wow. 2nd and 17 now for Tulsa. They actually found themselves in the same position a couple drives ago, and they were able to convert. The throw, oh my goodness, scary because it was almost intercepted again. Right now, Zach Lee and company, they are ball hawks.
Yeah, Zach Lee's made a couple of great plays here tonight. Secondary for Vancouver is pretty tough.
And now 3rd and 17. And you're right, that secondary, that Vancouver defense, we haven't really even had chances to talk about Bobo Caudill. 9 sacks coming into the game, 3rd most in the league. We haven't heard from him yet. Pressure again, that time gets to Brown, causes him to make a little bit of an inerrant throw. The incompletion and a punt coming up.
And this time, they're doing a great job covering Manning. They're just double teaming him.
This game, literally, we have not been able to take our foot off of the gas since the opening kickoff. And again, it is Itachi Yuki on to punt now for Tulsa. As a matter of fact, this is the first punt of the game for them. The other turnovers have been due to interceptions. This time they punt it away. It is fielded, and at the 20 after taking a big hit is where they'll set up shop. 21, actually. Folks, have you ever wanted to be a play-by-play or analyst broadcaster? We're looking for passionate SFL participants or viewers like you to join the team for the next minor league season that's going to be kicking off next month. Please visit simulationfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and get your voice on the call.
Well, this is Vancouver's best starting field position of the night.
There it is, right, from the 20. They got to be feeling comfortable here. They give it to Redford.
Oh, nice.
Oh, making men miss, and he just about broke a big one there. Great run by Redford.
Yeah, once Redford gets into the open field, he's pretty tough to take down. He almost broke it there for sure.
Yeah, a drive-saving, or a big run-saving tackle, I guess you would say, by number 41, Cameron Shaw. I like his first name, Cameron Shaw, of Tulsa there. First, I wonder why I would like that name, Rochelle.
Definitely.
Talk about, getting your voice on the call in the SFL. Hey, you may get a chance to hang out with us if you want to. That would be fun. So this pass out of the backfield, and a nice job by McMichaels there, turning a small pass into a big gain.
Yeah, body. Mike was just rumbling down the field.
2nd and inches, and something that we see Vancouver do pretty well is, their conversion rate on 2nd downs and on 3rd downs. You talk about their 3rd down conversions. They are 8th best in the SFL. But we'll see. They may not even need that on this drive. 2nd and inches. Bravado again. Boy, he's getting the work in today and doing a great job of it. 1st down.
It's like having a linebacker come at you with a football, just rumbling down the field. That's a big guy out there.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, as I like to say, a classic football throwback line there, if you will.
And once again, you need the short yards, they go to their fullbacks.
It's worked all season for Vancouver, and so why change now? The ball just about at midfield here. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top, and Brown to throw. The pass, trying to thread the needle. That was dangerous because that could have easily been intercepted or, like you saw right there, a big hit by Marco Swift. Kind of hard to thread that top needle.
Yeah, Marco Swift just making that hit at the right time, not getting the ball loose. There was no chance for him to catch that ball.
2nd and 10 now on the way. 3:36 remaining in this 1st half. Like I said, that's just unbelievable how quick this game has went. Brown to throw. This time he does have his man. That's McMichaels once again for the 1st down.
McMichaels is always a big target in the middle of the field, a big tight end. Great throw by Christian Brown. Right on. That was a dot.
Interesting thing to note about McMichaels, Stephen McMichaels, is when he makes a reception, he's got 20. He's into the 20s, we'll say, as far as receptions goes this season. His average is right around 13, so when they're going to go to him. Typically, it's when they need 10-plus yards. And again, they come away with it there. And a new set of downs for Vancouver. They're just up by 7, but they are trying to put a little bit of separation between themselves and Tulsa. We'll see what they can do as they move men down again to the bottom of the screen. Christian Brown to throw. The pass complete. Brett Killian. There you go. Haven't heard much out of Brett yet, but now they're getting him involved.
Christian Brown's been attacking in the middle of the field. He has all day in that pocket. He just sits there. He trusts his O-line. But lets Killian get open and throws a perfect pass to him.
It's a big contradiction to what we're seeing with Tulsa. As Tulsa, even though you've had Michael Brown, who has been able to move the ball down the field, that pressure does eventually get home. And as you can see, there's been a lot of sacks that has caused interceptions and costly throws. For Vancouver, though, a nice methodical job and good protection up front thus far. Redford with a spin move and gains 3 as we're quickly approaching the 2-minute warning.
And every once in a while you get out there a run play and they got to keep the defense honest. So there it was.
We'll see if they do snap this football before the 2-minute buzzer. Taking their time at the moment. And they do get it off. Christian Brown to throw it. Oh, my goodness. That was, let's just put it this way. It was intended for Lockett, and it's probably best that wasn't caught because that could have resulted in some loss of yards or maybe even, a fumble. It was a big hit laid on him. So all's well that ends well on that play. 3rd and 7 for Vancouver. And for this Tulsa defense, this is a huge play. Can they get a stop? To the end zone. The pass is complete. They don't even wrap him up. And there he is, Brett Killian for the touchdown. Tell me how that happens, Rochelle.
I guess the defender thought he caught it in the end zone and just let it go, but he didn't, and he had to go backtrack to get back to the end zone. I'm not really sure how that happened.
Take a look at this. Killian, and they wrap him up right at the goal line, and somehow they just don't get arms around him. He does a quick U-turn and heads to the end zone for 6. And I believe that'll also bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Really? 3 plays in 1 minute, in 1 second.
2-minute warning here in the SFL, folks. I'm going to need an oxygen mask before this one's over. Chance to win with the extra point. And I can't believe what we have seen thus far. Vancouver has came out and really put on a show offensively and defensively in this game, Rochelle.
It's not like Tulsa's not moving the ball. They've had these huge, long drives. Both teams have. It's just eating clock. I mean, this is the fastest half of football I've ever called.
Time flies when you're having fun. And so far we are. Manning to return this one, as a matter of fact. Gets out to the 23. Okay, so here you are, Tulsa. You got 1:51 left, and you got to make this count.
You have all 3 timeouts. You have plenty of time. Even though your drives have been taking 3 to 4 minutes, hey, you got to hurry up this one a little bit.
Definitely want to kick it into overdrive here if you are the Desperados. But again, a big score here at the end of the half can change the complexion of this game. Not out of it by a long shot, but they need some points. Pressure coming again, and there you go. Manning, that's just what you need. Big chunk plays, minute 42, the clock continues.
And once again, Vancouver brought the linebackers, they brought the pressure. This time, Christian Brown got rid of the ball quicker, found Manning open. You can't leave him that open in the middle of the field, and big play by Tulsa.
Now, one-on-one coverage there with Emmanuel Blackman, and that time Manning gets the best of that. And as you can see, already going over the century mark. And the amazing thing is Rochelle, the fact is, no points in this game. Still, even after all those stats. Minute 19 and counting. Clock ticking. Michael Brown to throw. Looking, and it is caught. I don't even know how he come up with that. That's DJ Bandit.
I want to see a replay of that one. I still can't believe he caught that ball.
Listen, I'm going to call that a nice hands catch, brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23. Somehow he comes up with a catch and withstands the devastating hit that came after it.
He did a flip in the air, I think. It was weird looking.
Vancouver now, and they went back to him again there. That one just a little bit too high. Second down coming up.
I think he was worried about the hit. He's going to take if he actually caught that ball. I don't think he recovered from the first hit.
I don't know how you would. It would take a lot less for me to, let's just say I wouldn't take much of a hit for me to be down for a while. I don't know how Bandit gets up off the field doing that. Incredible. Tulsa again to throw, and there you go, looking his way once more. The pass is complete. They call their second timeout with one remaining here, and they're in a position, Rochelle, they're no stranger to this side of the field. They just got to come away with at least a field goal, something. You know they're wanting. Look at this formation. They're going for 6. No halfbacks in the backfield. Instead, you have a man in motion. And there's one of your halfbacks, by the way.
Yep.
Phoenix Jones to the top of the screen. 3 men at the top. Brown to throw over the middle. And guess who? DJ Bandit. First down, buddy. This is your moment to shine.
Yep. And Michael Brown did a good job getting rid of the ball quickly that time.
That is the key. That is the key to success. You can tell with Tulsa. How much time do you give Michael Brown to get rid of the football? He needs just enough. He gets a good release on it, makes all the difference. Get a little bit of pressure in front of his face, well, then things can sometimes go awry. Right now, the best-looking drive probably that we have seen from Tulsa, maybe even contributed to that up-tempo. Clock now continuing to run. Play clock, that is. There's the throw. Over the head of his intended target. Second down coming up.
Not the worst thing you can do. You stop the clock. You put it where nobody can catch it, so that's a positive.
You're exactly right. That is a very good point. Able to at least put it out in front of everybody to where it was not going to be picked off. And again, same formation here. They are so gutsy with this style right now that they're running. Kind of gunslinger, if you will.
Bandit in motion. As a blocker now.
2nd and 10. They bring pressure around the edges. It doesn't get home. He had his man one-on-one. He was looking for Manning, and he had him, but again, too far out in front for him to do anything with it.
Yeah, Manning was definitely wide open in the middle of that end zone. The ball was just a little bit overthrown.
3rd and 10. And you know they got to go pass here. Defense knows it. We know it up here. Pressure coming. They send a lot of pressure. They look towards Manning again, and the first down just enough. The clock still running, 44 seconds and counting.
Now they're in hurry up.
Hurry up motion. Formation indeed to the end zone. Pressure.
Oh my gosh.
There, that's a PI, if I'm not mistaken. It looked as if Manning was completely bulldozed. It goes unseen by the refs. Clock does stop, though. 2nd and goal.
That's Tulsa right here. I don't think I'd throw the ball.
No. You're saying what I'm thinking. 2nd and goal.
Oh my God, they're throwing.
To the air. They throw. The pass incomplete. Looking for Bandit on an out route, and that was beautifully defended by number 26, Blackman.
I mean, you're 2 yards from the end zone. You've thrown 2 interceptions in the end zone. Run the ball, please.
3rd and goal. What will they do here? I would almost expect run again, Rochelle, if I'm not mistaken. I just have this feeling. Viper in motion. So there they go. This time it worked. They found DJ Bandit. Touchdown Tulsa, and they can take a moment and get a breath. They're on the board.
It's the 3rd time's the charm. But I don't understand the, 2nd and 1st and goal. You're on the 2 and you're throwing the ball.
Yeah, extremely aggressive by the Desperados at the moment. And that right there, that out route, you've seen them do it on the left side of the field. It was really handled well by Emmanuel Blackman out there. They go back to the other side of the field, and that time Bandit gets free for the touchdown.
So close, though.
The extra point is up and good by Takeda Yuki. And we've got a 7-point ball game. And I'm just going to breathe a minute, Rochelle. What would you like to talk to them about? The weather? What? Did you listen to the new Taylor Swift album? I mean, what can you say? I need
Taylor
a who? Oh, you know who? That new artist that just come out. I don't think she's made a name for herself yet.
Okay.
Vancouver with a nice return. Wow. Yeah.
Took a while to bring him down.
So with 20-some seconds remaining in this first half, we'll see just how aggressive Vancouver wants to be here.
7 points. I wouldn't be too aggressive. You don't want to make a mistake.
First and 10 on the 28-yard line. 26 seconds, as we said, remaining for Vancouver, and they will at least take one shot down the field. Trying to get in field goal range, perhaps. That pass is complete, and they call a timeout. That's Lockett with the reception. Well, what do you think about that, Rochelle?
I'd say they'd be happy going in the end zone. What do I know? Going to halftime.
It's that commentators, it's that irony, I guess, is what you would say. You think one thing, they do totally the opposite. Brown to throw, again staying aggressive, again another first down, and you can clearly see now they want to get away with at least 3 points here and continue to attack this Tulsa defense.
Definitely. I mean, those are 2 quick, pretty long passes. The first one was 22 yards, second one was 11. They really are trying to put 3 points on the board here.
Take a look at this formation. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top with 1 halfback in as well. The throw over the middle, and that's what you did not want to do. The interception by Tony Roberto. He did a nice job of picking up his 2nd interception of the season. Good concentration to bring that one in.
Linebackers are definitely not known for their hands. But great. He was right on his receiver. saw the ball, turned around, and made a great catch.
That was a little hot potato there, wasn't it?
Playing hot potato but yourself.
That's right. Well, the way that these quarterbacks have been throwing it, it definitely had a little mustard on it. Here I go with food puns. 1st and 10. Will Tulsa, will they force the issue here and try to get downfield quickly? I would think so. The rollout and the throw to Manning. Now, they're not going to have any timeouts, so more than likely that's going to do it for this first half, and that will bring us to a close. The first 2 quarters, well, what more can you say that hasn't been said? I'm going to go get some oxygen. Rochelle, let's take a look at this SFL halftime report here. What are you thinking, my friend? An exciting first half indeed.
I mean, definitely. I mean, right now the score, actually Tulsa could be leading this game, but they threw 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in the end zone. That should have probably been touchdowns. Other than that, I mean, it's been a wild game.
A wild game indeed, and a fun game. This is what you want in playoff football. 2 very even teams competing and trying their hardest here, playing for every yard. Now, if you are Tulsa's coach, Rochelle, what are you saying to the troops back in the locker room? What adjustments do you want to make? Obviously, no turnovers, but anything else you think they need to work on here?
I think they need to get pressure on Christian Brown. Make him uncomfortable, make him throw interceptions.
Yeah, indeed. That's one thing we talked about. Christian Brown has been way too comfortable in the pocket today. We will see what happens. We've still got 2 more quarters of excitement like this. I don't know if our hearts can take it. Hey, folks, let's mention real quickly the Legion's home field, the Delta Dome, is hosted by Delta Flare, a startup company building video games and economic solutions for blockchain compatibility. Grab your knots and get ready for their premier title, Valor Rising: Quest for the Seven. Visit their website at deltaflare.gg for more details. Touchback, it will come out to the 20. We're going to quickly get a look here. Deion James, a hyperextended elbow, and you hate to see that, out of this game. And they really needed him.
It's a big loss there.
So the only thing that Deion James can do now is root his team on from the sidelines, hope they can come back and get within this 7-point deficit. Vancouver, though, they've got other plans at the moment. We'll see if they continue to come out with guns blazing here on first down. The pitch to Redford, stays on his feet after a spin move and gets 4. Second down coming up.
That spin move was just a little bit too early. So good pick up on first down.
Yeah, a nice steady 4 yards there. Going to make second down the playbook open up a little bit more. Give them a couple more options here. Although they're showing run at the moment, as you see pressure come up to the line by Tulsa. Again, pitch right side. The big man Bravado, stiff arm, stays on his feet, and they'll give him 2.
Yeah, I think Vancouver is trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Kind of looks that way. Maybe wanting to take the control back into their own hands. Coming out in this rush-heavy style, and a quick 3rd and 4 on the way. So 2 plays in the second half and 2 runs by Vancouver.
Passing play, I do believe here.
Lockett goes in motion. And they keep it on the ground. Take a look at that. Redford spin move. Still on his feet. A beautiful run by the longtime man here in Vancouver in his 8th season with the team.
Well, that fooled me. I wonder if it fooled the defense too. I was thinking pass all the way. And once Redford gets in the open field, he's dangerous.
That was a beautiful play. I mean, it really was. It was a great, well thought out plan. As you said, we're setting her, we're thinking run. They send the men in motion. But they were just setting up great blocking downfield, and a good job by Vancouver here. And now you just got to wonder, like you said, they want to start running the clock out here and not give Tulsa much time to work with. It is the start of the second quarter, but already people are thinking chew clock. A handoff again. Shiftiness right there by Pseudo Nakai, who gets a carry in this game.
Usually that play doesn't work very well for teams, but it worked there for Vancouver. Another heavy set.
Yeah, heavy set. 2nd and 4 here. Again on the ground, the bravado, and that time the defense does a good job of snuffing it out. Number 54, David Ware on the stop.
And 3rd and 4, once again, Vancouver's playbook's wide open. You think they would pass here, but they're probably going to run. Or a nice little swing pass to the halfback.
We'll see what they do as they now show motion. That's the tight end, Cables McGill, going to the top of the screen. Brown to throw, the pass complete. 1st down. A nice reception by Kendra Wells.
Great play calling by Vancouver. And Kendra Wells is sitting in the middle of the field. Past the 1st down marker, just a quick little pass. Keeps the chains moving.
Yeah, and the tempo, it's so different. Even the pass plays now, short little drop-offs around the middle of the field instead of darts down the sideline. You can tell a different scheme coming out this 2nd half. Until then, and oh my goodness, Wells just about had a beautiful reception until it was knocked out.
Yeah, big hit by the defender. Just knocking the ball loose. She doesn't drop many.
And a big hit's put on like that, though, totally understandable, isn't it?
Definitely. I don't think I get up from that.
I already told you earlier. Yeah, exactly. I told you earlier in the game it would take a lot less for me to go down and not get back up. So you'd have to be saying your goodbyes to me. Brown to throw again deep, and that was kind of risky there. Good one-on-one coverage that time by Tulsa. Travis Arthur again getting a hand up to deflect that one away.
You got Stephen Michaels, tight end Stephen Michaels in the middle of the field again. Nice play by the secondary.
An interesting note here, Vancouver trying to get their 3rd straight win. They had to reel off 2 straight victories to get themselves here in this playoff contention, and they did so by beating Mexico City and Seattle. So they're like a well-oiled machine in a lot of ways. Played some of their best football the last couple of weeks, and now you get to this point right here. Of course, 4th down coming up. They will have to punt. But I have to wonder as well, at what point do you start, or do you think, Rochelle, does exhaustion kind of start to set in on a team when they have to play that like that to get into the postseason?
I mean, I think Vancouver's no stranger to the playoffs. They really aren't. I mean, so they're used to this. They're used to the playoff scenarios. They're used to playing in the playoffs every season. So
1st and 10, and then you take a look at Tulsa here, who is getting the football back. They suffered a loss in Week 14 to Denver, who was 4-8. They lost 31-17, and what was definitely a very tough game. So they come in, staggering just a little bit, which makes it even more important for them to get a rhythm about them in this game. And with quarterback Michael Brown here that we're taking a look at, had some good moments in this game, some not so good moments. Will the pressure get to him? We'll find out. Alexander West now to the top of the screen. And you see that 4-man defensive front. And we'll see if they bring any other pressure. Around the edges they come. The throw, it's intercepted. Intercepted, and it's going the other way. It's Farnsey still on his feet into the red zone. And it's things like that that have plagued this team this year.
Definitely, this is the 3rd interception of the game. I don't know if it's the pressure getting to him or he feels the pressure.
I think it's the feeling it. It's even when it's coming around the edge, it really isn't even that close to him, Rochelle, as you could see right there, but it caused him to make an early apprehensive throw.
Again, you give Vancouver this great field position.
And how about Farnsey? Man, we've called Josh Farnsey's name this entire game. It's really the hard work he's put into it. Now he gets the big interception. Job well done, young man. Hand off to Redford, going for his first touchdown of the season, and he's going to get it. Touchdown, Redford. As we said, they use the fullbacks on this side of the field, but from about 20 yards out, they give it to the Hall of Famer, and he gets TD number 1 on the year. It couldn't come at a better time.
Definitely. What a great run by Redford. All 18 yards. He had some blocking, a little bit of it on his own. He's just a very elusive. Oh, there's a spin move. There's a broken tackle. And great block by number 14, Kendra Wells, to set him free.
And you know what? You could tell he wanted that, couldn't you? I mean, you
Definitely.
could really tell. He wanted that touchdown. You talk about Redford being a team player. The Hall of Famer has absolutely shown complete selflessness this entire season and allowing Vancouver to go with this fullback formation here. And now he gets a touchdown of his own. 21-7, Vancouver capitalizes on the INT.
If you tell me I had 176 carries and close to 650 yards, and I had 0 touchdowns, I'd be like, what?
Exactly. It's so hard to believe, but that really says a lot about, I think, just how he is able to, as you said, work for the good of the team, right?
Oh, definitely. I think he's always been a very good team player in Vancouver, always has.
Manning with the touchback. Now, this game is not over yet. We know that Michael Brown also, he is capable of bringing this team back in situations when they need to. Got a good arm on him. Got good wide receivers. Let's mention, Jay Viper, the Hall of Famer, Gabriel Manning, Alexander West, Sonzo Robinson. We haven't heard a lot about them. DJ Bandit has had a good day. This game is far from over. To throw, and there you go. That's what you need, Rochelle. Just quick shots like that to your sturdy Hall of Famer and keep this drive moving.
You can see at this point, I think Tulsa's becoming more one-dimensional, so you have to cover Manning at this point. You have to have at least 2 or 3 people on him. I mean, he's open again in the middle of the field.
Very surprising, isn't it, that they choose to give him that lax coverage in the middle of the field. But we will say this, for Michael Brown, that is just what the doctor ordered. We'll see if he continues.
Bunch formation here.
A rollout this time. Brown to throw in and out of the hands of the intended target, Jay Viper. And again, they've been some hard hits out there, and that was another one.
Oh, he's a little slow getting up there. I don't blame him.
2nd and 10 now coming up. And this is something that for Tulsa, they've wanted to stay out of, these 2nd and long, 3rd and long situations. That's when Vancouver likes to notch up the heat or turn up the pressure, if you will. Look at this, 23 straight passes since Deion James' injury. They went pass heavy, went away from the run game that was working so well for them, and that pass right there falls incomplete.
That is true. I noticed that also that, we lost our other halfback, so we're going to go pass heavy now. But you can't do that because then you're one-dimensional, like I said. So everybody's looking for the pass now. Now they got a trade from empty formation again.
Yep, sending the house once again on 3rd and 10. Pressure coming. Nice pass, just a little short of the sticks, and Manning is going to be stopped. Great open field tackle that time by Blackman, doing his job on assignment over there with Manning. 4th and 4, they'll have to punt.
A good job of keeping everybody in front of them, making sure that the first down wasn't possible for them to gain there.
Yuki to punt, and it's a good punt. Sending this one back deep.
Oh,
they'll get a chance at returning it here. And a nice return indeed that time by Tulsa, by Vancouver. Great job of Pseudo Nakai right there. We haven't called his name very much on the halfback side of things, but a really good return and just a couple of broken tackles away from turning it into something big.
And he's a little bitty guy out there. He's hiding behind one of his blockers. You really can't see him out there. Very elusive runner.
5:37 remaining in this 3rd quarter. And, folks, one of the things that's so interesting about this is the fact that now you begin to wonder, this running game, continuing to run the clock down. Of course, Redford there hit hard by Swift. There's a pun there somewhere, but I'm not going to go there.
He swiftly hit him.
I was going to let you have it. Wasn't that great?
Yes, it was. My first pun.
Swift, good, very good job. Swift having a big, he may have even put an album out this week. I don't know. Could have been the same Swift. Who knows? 2nd and 9 coming up here for Vancouver. 5 minutes and some change counting. They send a man in motion. Zorro Lunar and a delayed handoff by Nakai. Good running that time. Going to make this 3rd and short a lot easier.
I think we'll see a heavy dose of running backs and halfbacks here from Vancouver.
You know, that probably means we won't now that we've said it.
I know.
It's their luck.
Bunch formation again.
Bunch formation, you called it. That's right, my friend. And again, Tulsa looking to bring a little bit of pressure here. On a rollout, Christian Brown throws the pass complete. A beautiful one-handed reception by Nick Lockett, who has had a heck of a game.
Yeah, and that time we had Brett Killian and Lockett, right next to each other in the middle of the field. I wasn't sure who the target was going to be, but
at that point, you can just kind of toss it up there and see who comes through with it, right? I mean,
right.
That's the advantages of having good wideouts. Take a look at this pass distribution. Not much to the left side, the middle of the field, though. That's been the bread and butter.
And for Tulsa, too, really. They've both been stuck in the middle of the field.
Delayed handoff, the run right there by, again, that is Redford, who honestly probably having one of his best games, I would think, this year, if you want to be honest. I mean, obviously the big touchdown, but really each one of his runs have went for, 4, 5, 6 yards, it seems.
They like that delayed handoff a lot. I've seen that quite a few times in this game. Ooh, Tulsa bringing the house?
Looks that way. Take a look at this formation. They do, and they are determined to stop the run, and they will do so. And a 3rd and 1 coming up now. It looks as if Sawyer Stern, obviously not able to get a lot, but he does. They're going to say he gets enough to make it 3rd and 1. Now, this is a big moment here in this ball game.
See how Tulsa lines up in their defense this time. Oh, look at this.
Completely, as we like to say, sending the house.
That's 9 people in the box. Make it 10.
10's a party.
Wow.
They keep it on the ground, and somehow Robert Redford finds his way through 10 defenders and gets the first down.
Oh my gosh, this man's unstoppable here tonight.
What do you say? When you got it, you got it. Incredible. Redford somehow defying the odds. Keeping it again on the ground this time. That's back to Pseudo Nakai. And right now, running the clock down. And that's something.
No.
Yeah, another injury. And that's the big man, Roberto, number 98, down on the ground. Tony Roberto.
That's a big loss right there.
Yeah,
I mean, he came in this game with 91 tackles and 32 TFLs. He was 3rd in the league. You can't afford to lose him right now.
Between that and Deion James, those are mega huge blows for this Tulsa team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Tulsa's whole deep offense changed once Deion James went out. Ooh.
Redford gets completely leveled, absolutely dropped on his head. Didn't get much there. 3rd and 5.
It didn't seem to phase him, he just popped right back up.
No, thank goodness. It looked a lot worse than it was, I guess you would say.
I don't know. He kind of bounced off that defense.
Yeah, they compacted him.
This bunch formation again.
All right, Brown.
Nice block.
More, yeah, and a good defensive pressure. 4th and 5, and that could have saved the game potentially for Tulsa. And the reason we say that, of course, there's Marco Swift again, like we said, having a big week and coming up with the deflection there. But why is that so huge, Rochelle? Well, you tell them. A field goal attempt is a lot different than touchdowns.
It definitely, I think that another touchdown would put this game way out of hand.
Chance to win. It's good. Man, that guy's got a leg on him, doesn't he? 10 plays. It's a 39-yard drive, but it was methodical. And the fact is that they do extend their lead now. That's huge to 17. Of course, again, though, for Tulsa, we got to talk about how important that was, that they were able to stop them from getting the touchdown. It keeps it much more manageable. This game still not over.
And don't get me wrong, Tulsa is moving the ball. It's the mistakes that they just can't take back.
That's the thing. The score does not reflect what type of a game that we have had today.
Definitely not.
Manning now on the return, and boy, he comes up with a head of steam. He knows he's got to get some sort of spark going for his offense, and they'll start at the 26-yard line. Hey, folks, guess what's coming up? The 2024 SFL Convention. It's headed right around the corner to South Shore Harbor Resort in League City, Texas. It's just south of Houston on July the 12th through the 14th, featuring live games, flag football, a golf tournament, tailgate, pool party, and more. For all the convention details, visit simulationfl.net/news/convention to reserve your room, see the event schedule, and much more. Literally, you all do not want to miss this. This is going to be a great time.
That was a mouthful.
Thank you. I did well, I think.
Oh.
Incomplete there by Manning. You're right. That is a mouthful indeed. So, hey, if I got through that with very little errors, I'll call it a successful day. I heard you're going to have an autograph session down there. Did I hear that right, Rochelle?
Do what? That's crazy.
You're going to have a little kiosk there. I'm going to put a little pun on each picture you sign,
Okay. It's news to me.
Listen, I'm working. Well, I'll talk to Cam about it after. 2nd and 10 coming up for Tulsa, folks.
Oh,
Bandit,
that's not good.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Now you just feel this Vancouver defense starting to really turn on the steam.
Now you're 3rd and 11. Be careful not to throw another interception. You don't want to get the Vancouver the ball back in scoring position again.
Minute 34, remaining in this third, and you see Vancouver there drop everybody back a little bit.
Got tray formation from Tulsa.
The throw deep.
What?
And oh my goodness, talk about Jay Viper making a play. And I'm just going to say it. That's another nice hands catch. Brought to you again by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. Rochelle, look at that.
It's beautiful. I mean, I don't know how he caught it still, but it was a beautiful catch.
Over top every defender in the vicinity. It's guts and determination. It's knowing that you have to have a play. You can't let the drive stall out if you want a chance to advance to the postseason.
Also still slinging it.
Bandit across the middle. Yeah, and a 9-yard gain. That's really all that you can ask for here. Just keep the ball moving forward.
But notice Michael Brown is now releasing the ball very quickly. There's no rolling out. The pocket is just snap the ball and then release.
Yeah, no pump fakes, which was really harmful early in this game. Toss play right side, and that is Phoenix Jones staying on his feet, gets a much-needed first down, and as we say sometimes, had it not been for a couple of last-minute tackles, he could have been gone to the house.
Really? He's all happy now. Celebrating all by himself.
Oh, yeah, raise the roof. 8 seconds remaining in this third quarter, folks. We hope you've had just as much fun as we have here tonight in Vancouver, enjoying the heck out of this game. One more play for the third. A rollout to Brown, to Manning, Viper again, one-handed, beautiful. And I tell you what, this is a great place to pause here as we get ready to go to the transition of the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at this replay. Three down, 1 to go. Folks, you know what to do. Put your 4s up, all your other numbers out there that you listen, folks. 1 quarter to play. Don't go anywhere. Let's look at our league rights. We'll be right back.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Tulsa on the move. The throw over the middle to Bandit, and that is huge. First and goal. And this right here is everything that they needed.
I think Michael Brown's doing a better job tonight at spreading the ball out more. And that's Bandit's 14th reception of the game. And McManning only has 16. So he's doing a good job of using more than one receiver here.
He is doing a good job, as you said, of spreading the football. And he's had a much better day than maybe what the stats have even shown. Now, needing another touchdown reception to go along with it, right? Here we go. What are they going to do, Rochelle? They're going
to throw the ball. No, oh my goodness.
Toss play to the right side, and they walk in for the touchdown, Phoenix Jones.
I've been saying this all night, Cameron. They should have been doing this all night. Give the ball to the halfback when you're in the 5-yard line. No interception chances, and you walk right into the end zone. Great block by number.
Oh, beautiful. Lars Bizarre with a bizarre block.
Gotta love it.
That's right. You love it. Takei Yuki, on to attempt this extra point. This will make it a 10-point ball game. This is still very well anybody's game, especially if Tulsa can come out and get a stop after this 8-play, 74-yard drive.
And once again, the commentator was wrong. They actually ran the ball.
You were right the time before, though. I mean, it just didn't happen that way. So your game plan was correct. We'll give you that. They just chose to execute it at a different point in time. All righty. So Vancouver gets the ball. It'll come out to the 29 minutes and 30 seconds left, and take a look at these stats. And this is the amazing point. Look how even all these stats are. Let's just really be honest. But still, there's a 10-point difference on the scoreboard, and just a moment ago it was 17 turnovers. What can you say?
The difference is Tulsa turned over the ball in the red zone. I mean, gave great field results with 2 interceptions, and they basically had the score.
Off the hands of Lockett, he was wide open there. Maybe he didn't expect that ball at the time that Christian Brown got it to him, but nevertheless, that is an incompletion and stops the clock. And even at this point in time, that's important for Tulsa.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Tulsa still has plenty of time. They have all 3 timeouts. They're down by 10. I mean, they get a stop here. It could be a whole different ball game.
Mm-hmm. So this is critical. And don't think this Tulsa defense is unaware, because we know that they know what they have to do. Can they execute here? Lockett now in motion from left to right. Pressure coming, but again, cool as a cucumber is Christian Brown. Killian incomplete.
A bit of a dangerous pass. That's some pretty heavy coverage. I'm surprised that Vancouver's not trying to slow this game down a lot. They're going pass heavy. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I would agree, because we saw them go much more run heavy during that third quarter, but now they've come back out and go into the air. 3rd and 10, folks. This one is big.
Great formation.
There you go. Yeah, you called it. Can Tulsa get off the field? Pressure coming. Brown has to step up and has that to run. Great awareness by the quarterback. First down. This drive will continue.
Wow, I don't think anybody saw him take off. Nobody chased him. The middle of the field was just wide open.
You know, that time they got that pressure we've talked about. They haven't had an opportunity to get to the backfield at all around Christian Brown. And then when they do, what does he do? Literally turns on the jets and scoots upfield for the first down. And man, that's discouraging, isn't it? If you're Tulsa, you think you got him held, pinned down, and then something like that. The run. Yep, pitch to Redford, 7-yard gain. Now you start to see back to the ground, more clock being used.
Definitely. If I was Vancouver, Yeah, I'd keep Tulsa off the field as long as I could. I'd be very methodical with this drive. You're in the fourth quarter. You need to tire their defense out a little bit.
Hand off left side. Yeah,
Nice
they went
block.
right. Then nice block. They come back left side with bravado and a first down. And like we said, now all of a sudden here is that clock management coming into play.
52 with a huge block there.
That third down right there that Christian Brown was able to convert with his legs was so huge because at that point, Tulsa had to get a stop at that moment to be 2 scores down to be able to have a chance to really claw their way back in this game. Vancouver looking for the kill. They give it to Redford, who shakes free of 1 tackle and gets 5.
I mean, I was Vancouver. This is what you see from me the rest of the evening until you can stop it.
7:45 and counting, and as we said right now, you know that Vancouver wanting to get every second off that clock that they possibly can. Back to the ground game. Pseudo Nakai, or is that Stern? No, that's actually Stern, I believe. Sawyer Stern on the carry.
David Ware is a big stop there.
3rd and 4. Again, an important third down coming up. Tulsa with another chance right here to stop them.
Look at this heavy set.
Again, crowding the box right there is Tulsa. They go ground, and this time they go with a little fancy pitch, if you will, and just not enough. Instead of ground and pound right up the middle, they do a little delayed flicker there, and it is Philadelphia Collins with the big tackle. They're going to have to punt it away now.
I don't think it'll get interesting.
And Chance to Win will punt this one. Try to pin Tulsa deep. Yeah, Manning literally disappears into a cloud of return men there, and he gets up at the 16-yard line. So here we go. The comeback starts now for Tulsa. What do you do, Rochelle? In my opinion, you got to go down the field and you got to go fast.
That's what they've been doing. They basically abandoned their run game a long time ago, so expect to see heavy passes now. Look for Manning. Oh my goodness, really?
Okay, so they go run. Hand off Rochelle. Hand off left side. Phoenix Jones, you killing me. That's great.
Well, we see out of bounds and stop the clock, Hank. I'll give him that. I'm just going to stop trying to predict what they're going to do anymore.
2nd and 5 coming up. Just to get at you, they may just try a field goal from here, at one point in time. I don't know. 2nd and 5 now on the way. They do go pitch again. Left side. Kind of surprised at the formation taking place here. Loss of 2 now. 3rd and 7, and you pretty much know they got to go to the air.
Hey, you're really going to say that right here? Okay.
I am going to. Yes, I am. I'm going to be bold in this, Rochelle, and I'm going to say they're going to go to the air.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
It's kind of easy, though. I mean, come on, right? I gave myself an easy one.
Oh, my
Pressure
gosh.
coming. Owen, oh, my goodness. Take a look at that. He had enough time to stand in there and look downfield, but instead it was the big hands of Zach Lay who comes away with the deflection. And just like that, it's a 3 and out.
I was like, wow, they're getting him all day to throw the ball, and he's getting a pass off. Oh, never mind. Deflected. And give Vancouver a really good field position here, too.
Yeah, and it's Yuki again to punt. Ooh. They were breaking into the backfield there.
Oh, nice punt.
Yeah, nice punt. Fair catch called for at the 38. And again, Vancouver, it's simply, wear them out, run the last 5:48 off the clock, and take the W and go home.
Someone's in the chat, nice deflection, Greek nightmare. Okay.
Papatonis there. Yeah, correction. I believe I called that Zach Lee. It was Achilles Papatonis. So my apologies on that one. Yeah, definitely a good job by Papatonis coming up with the big stop there. That was huge. Brown interception, and you did not expect that, did you? No, I didn't. I expected them to stay on the ground. Instead, Vancouver goes to the air, and Travis Arthur with the INT.
I think Vancouver's got a little bit too aggressive there. You have the lead. They're in the fourth quarter. Why not? Why go to the air? I don't know, but that one, you paid for that one.
Travis Arthur leads the SFL in tackles this season, and now he gets to tack on his 4th INT of the season. Folks, this game isn't over. They may run here, Rochelle.
Even I can get this one right.
1st and 10 coming up. New lease on life for Tulsa. The throw over the middle. Oh. Yeah, we saw Manning there breaking free. Incomplete. Good defense by Vancouver.
Just the perfect hit at the exact moment.
All right, so 2nd and 10. Let's set the stage. 5:38 remaining, and Tulsa, I dare say this is 4-down territory. I don't know that they would agree, but I do think it is. Yeah.
We actually have a back in the backfield. Doesn't matter though, I don't think.
It's a decoy. Manning in motion down to the bottom of your screen. As you can see, 3 receivers lined up there, and they let the play clock get down to 4 before snapping it, throwing across. And nothing there really, and that's going to just take some time off the clock. A good open field tackle by number 23, and that was Drew Hamilton once again, the 7-year man. All 7 years here at Vancouver.
I think that was caused by the pressure, making him release the ball before he wanted to, and no place to go for Manning there. And we got quads.
Yeah, Michael Brown and company here. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Pressure is coming. He's going to step up now. Oh, and he's going to be just short. Just short. Yeah, he slid for it, trying to get it, and a nice open field tackle by Vancouver.
Yep, they're going for it. I figured as much.
I think they're actually going. Are they punting?
What?
Yeah, they're going to punt. They're going to. Yuki is going to punt. Itachi Yuki.
Wow.
To pin them deep. Not a kind of. Well, I am surprised indeed. Oh, and look at this. An athletic return by Nakai. Out to the 25. Whew. Okay.
Gutsy return by Nakai.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something.
He's only 5'7". He really got off the ground there.
He definitely did get some air. So here we go, a 10-point ball game. A punt by Tulsa, not knowing really if they will have an opportunity to get the ball back. They had the interception there and just could not move the football. Delayed handoff by Redford, and that goes nowhere. And a nice job on defense that time by Tulsa. Coming up with the tackle was Mike Melo.
I think Andy Hamilton said it best in the chat just a second ago that the time management for both teams has been kind of wild.
He's right. That's an understatement. It has been wild. This whole night has been wild. Been fun, though. Now,
wow, look at the time. Look at that. Oh, my God.
And that's Mick Michaels way downfield, past midfield, down to the 40-yard line. How in the world do you let him get that wide open?
No, but he was basically in the middle of the field just sitting there all by himself. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, incredible. All that space out there. And again, let's just give it up for this Vancouver offensive line who literally has given Christian Brown enough time to make himself a sandwich and then throw the football.
We're taking a nap. That was a long time.
Does that say something that I would bring food into the category instead of, I know.
Every time we call a game with you, I'm hungry when the game's over.
Sorry. I like food. It's a shame. First and 10. At least you were thinking, nap. Naps are good. Handoff right side right there to the fullback. That is Bravado, I do believe, and they get 4.
Yeah, well, again, sometimes sleep is just overrated.
You know what? Andy says say the names, give them that offensive line love. Let's just do it. How about that? Mike Coverson, Rylan Caudill, Gregory Wynell, and Brunter Graham for Vancouver doing a great job all night. And as Justin Rasad says, or order a pizza. Yeah. See,
now pizza? Thanks, Justin.
I had barbecue earlier. Never mind.
I had Thai food.
Oh, that's good. Follow me on Facebook for more. I post food pictures. I probably should. Handoff, Bravado, running.
Wow, Bravado.
Breaking free, and he just about had the touchdown. That was a Robert Redford-esque move right there, wasn't it?
With a big man. He's moving pretty nimbly out there.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. I mean, that was like shades of Robert Redford.
But like twice the size.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Now, Kendra Lynn says she had cheese pizza as well. I swear it. I'm going to have a blizzard or something after this.
Now you're going to Cam's favorite place.
I know. Yeah, Cam likes the ice creams there.
I could get for a cotton candy blizzard. I love those.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds good. I'm big on the peach cobbler blizzard that's out right now. Good Lord. Handoff right side, Robert Redford. And that's going to bring us down to the 2-minute warning. Folks, like we said, hope you've had as much fun as we had. 2 minutes remaining in this football game. 2 minutes from Vancouver going on, potentially advancing to the next round of the playoffs. We'll be right back. I'm Cameron Duty with my partner, Rochelle Colston. On stats, Ron Haynes and Zach Holdorf. And on production, Cameron Irvine. Thank you guys so much. Had a great time with you guys. Just enjoyed this football game. Have enjoyed this entire season. And for Vancouver, they're about to enjoy a celebration. Ooh, tough hit there. And we'll start to see timeouts being called.
And we're seeing all the backs from Vancouver tonight.
They're definitely getting a turn. And you know, I think that's what's great about this team. As you mentioned, they start to they utilize everybody so well, and they know where the skill set is for each player to get the best out of them, right? I mean, we've seen them do it all year long.
I'm just cheering for Redford to get 100 yards tonight.
Bravado right side. Ooh, fancy stiff arm. Oh, they're going to say he stayed in. Down to the 5. They're not done playing football. I love that.
I think Bravado had some like ballet classes over the break or something, because he's like really nimble on that sideline.
Oh yeah. Well, the booth is going to review the play, so we're going to take a retroactive look at that play. That's presented to you by Retroid. Get your SFL console at goretroid.com. And we'll see. Does a big man stay? Oh yeah, clearly out. Hey, you know what though? He may have had ballerina classes, and the reason I say that, that's still pretty nimble for a big man.
He is. Definitely.
You know, very nimble. That was good effort there. Yep, there you have it. Ruling on the field is overturned, but also at the same time, at this point, you know, the game seems to be well in the balance for Vancouver, and it's still a first down. So now just to run out the clock here. In just a moment, folks, we'll talk about the wild card weekend action that will come up tomorrow at 6:30. We'll get to that in just a moment. That run goes nowhere.
There's the other fullback.
Yep. Tomorrow, wild card weekend continues at 6:30 Eastern when the Atlanta Swarm head back to Houston, where they lost just 3 weeks ago, hoping for a first-round upset. And at 9 p.m. Eastern, the Baltimore Vultures will welcome back the Seattle Nemesis for a Week 2 rematch. It's all right here on SFL YouTube. And, folks, you don't want to miss those games. Those are going to be some good football, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Bravado. Take a look at this. Running like Barry Sanders tonight. I can't get over it.
That O-line for Vancouver is tough.
They really are. And the D-line, too. Let's talk about them. I mean, just how how the pressure they put on Michael Brown the entire game. And you know what? I want to just take a moment and say, great game, job well done to Tulsa to get to this point. They fought hard. 6-6, they come in here, they did what they had to do to get to this point, to get to the playoffs. It's a good accomplishment on what you want to build on. Nothing to really hang their hat or hang their head over. They are, like we said, you got to the postseason and a great job and a good effort tonight for sure. And this effort right here, scoring isn't over for Vancouver. How about that? You think they're going to ride off quietly into the sunset? Forget about that. Sawyer Stern with the touchdown late in this one.
And I think that's the nail, Cameron. Definitely the nail in the coffin.
Oh, yeah. Take a look at that. That'll do it. And a good gutsy run right there by Sawyer Stern. And, that is an interesting point. Sawyer Stern, if I'm not mistaken, that is his 4th touchdown of the season. So, running, as we said, he doesn't get a lot of carries. Coming into the game, he just had 14. So, every time he touches the football, wants to make the best of it. The extra point is good. We're less than a minute away from the end of this game here. So Vancouver, the number 7 seed, since Fort Worth won, they'll play DC. If Houston wins, they'll play Minnesota, and Vancouver would play Florida. And then the Baltimore and Seattle winner could play Canton. We'll talk about more scenarios in just a moment as they are getting relayed to us. And if Atlanta wins tomorrow, then they would play Canton and Vancouver would play Minnesota. So a lot of things still up in the air. The Baltimore and Seattle winner would then play Florida. So a lot to go over, a lot to dissect. Of course, we'll be hearing more about that. We'll have a clearer playoff picture at the end of those games. Rochelle, looking at tomorrow's games, what have you got your eye on? What do you think? What are we going to expect out of that? I mean, those are some good matchups.
Definitely, I think it'd be another 2 great games tomorrow. Don't want to miss them for sure.
Brown throwing the Viper, and they're not giving up either, trying to get just as many yards, as many points as they possibly can as the curtain is about to fall on this season for the Desperados. They snap it, 38 seconds to go. And for us, I must say, I've had a great time getting to call games with you this season, Rochelle. It's been a lot of fun. Glad we were able to call another one here before we get ready and recharge our batteries for the SFL minor leagues coming up.
Yep, hope these also games in the minor leagues too. Those are always fun.
Plus
all the new players on the field, plus the developmental team. It's a great time.
It really is. So, a lot of good football. Yet to come. The throw over the middle, incomplete. Again, this defense still completely balling out. A good job by Blackman. This guy, a real candidate for defensive player of the game, no doubt.
Him along with Hamilton and Zach Lay, and you just can't stop naming them all on defense for Vancouver tonight.
Of the 4 previous meetings, Vancouver won every time, and now they're going to add a 5th straight victory here over Tulsa in the postseason. Michael Brown to throw. That off the hands of Manning there. That'll stop the clock for another moment, 4th and 10, and this game is just about over with as we run down the final seconds. But really, that let's take a look at that as well. 31-14 here. Looks like it may be the final score tonight. The last time these two teams met prior to tonight was season 20. That was at the beginning of January 23 in the regular season. These teams have actually met once prior in the playoffs. That was season 18. Vancouver beat Tulsa 24-10. So very similar to the outcome that we've got here tonight. Interception.
Oh, no.
Brown throws another. It's going the other way, and just as I said, the scoring was probably finished. Never mind. To the end zone for the touchdown. Vancouver, number 45 right there, Will Stern for the TD.
And at this now, we have reached over with that pick 6.
A great job. How about that? Just this defense. Beautiful job right there. Tulsa trying to make some late magic happen, and instead this defense says, I don't think so. Tonight this is our night. And so Will Stern getting his second interception of the season and his first pick six.
I'm sure he's an excited man tonight.
Oh, yeah. The extra point is good. The Delta Dome is rocking.
Yep, they sure are loud. Stadium's still full.
Nobody leaving. They're going to savor every moment of this game. 38-14, the score. Vancouver will have a few more moments with the football here. Manning with the return, stays on his feet for a few moments there and gets a couple more yards out to the 29-yard line. 14 seconds is the magic number. And then Vancouver will be moving on. So here we go. To the air they'll go. Brown throwing deep off the hands of Manning. And 2nd and 10.
Manning's been struggling. He's had 21 targets, only 11 receptions tonight. He does have 148 yards, but he's dropped a lot tonight.
He has some costly drops that at times could have really helped extend the drive out. Some good receptions as well, but also some costly drops. And sometimes that's the name of the game when you play a defense like Vancouver, right?
So their secondary is really tough to play against.
Yes. And the pressure again up front. Oh, that was almost intercepted by Farnsey, Josh Farnsey. All 7 years of his career has been played here in Vancouver, a 2-time All-Star, showing why right there. Looking in the chat, DJ Myth. Anybody want a pepperoni pizza? Yeah, I think so. That sounds pretty good. I'll take you up on that, my friend. Going deep. That pass to Manning is complete. And that is going to do it. That's going to run out the clock. Vancouver is going to win 38-14. They move on. And then Tulsa will look towards the next season to rebuild. For Vancouver, as we said, the dream continues. Rochelle, give us your final thoughts here on what you thought about this highly entertaining game.
Point out that 38 points does tie the most points scored this season by Vancouver. So I think Vancouver came out with a game plan. They stuck to it. They used their halfbacks. They used their fullbacks. They used their receivers. They controlled the clock when they had to. Their time management was a little crazy at times. I think it just came down to turnovers. I mean, Michael Brown was bitten by the turnover bug tonight. You can't throw 4 receptions and beat Vancouver.
One thing about it, they got behind the 8 ball with the interceptions early. Then that did force them, after the terrible injury there to Deion James, that forced them to go to the air. If you have to give me a player of the game, my friend, who you got?
Oh man, I
know I was going to do it.
I think it's for me it's gonna be the backfield tonight for Vancouver.
The backfield. There you go. Very good. A collective, player of the game to that Vancouver backfield. Folks, that is going to do it. We thank you for watching tonight. It's been a pleasure as always. Continue to watch the remainder of this SFL playoff action here this weekend for the Wild Card Week. You're going to love it. I want to say thanks to Ron Haynes and Zach Holdorf in the Stats Truck, Cameron Irvine Production. Rochelle, it has been a pleasure. My name's Cameron Duty. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the SFL on YouTube.